Hello friends, in previous videos we have already completed the two topics, that is air pollution and water pollution. In this video we are going to talk about solid waste, okay, and what can be the remedies for treating the solid waste. Now let's see first the definition of solid waste. When we talk about the solid waste, okay, solid waste refers to everything that goes in trash, okay, whatever we keep it in trash, that are referred as solid waste. So it refers to everything, it refers to everything that goes in trash, that goes in trash. Now when we talk about the municipality solid waste, that is moreover related to us, right? So wherever I talk about municipality solid waste, okay, municipality solid waste come from majority, municipality solid waste comes from, guess students, from where it will be coming. So it comes from house, right, first. Then it can come from offices, okay. Then it can be also come from schools, it can come from stores, it can also be coming from hospitals, etc., right. This waste generated in these places are generally disposed by municipality, okay. So this waste is collected, the waste which is produced by these institutes, that is disposed by municipality. Now what kind of waste it includes, right? Waste, municipality solid waste includes generally, let's say food waste. First of all, it is food waste, right? Then it can be plastics, right? It can be glass, it can be metal, right? Many things can be there. It includes rubber, leather, etc. Rubber, leathers, and etc. Right? Okay. So such kind of things are present in the solid waste. Municipality solid waste. Now see, this also include textile. See, we can write textile as I have already written, etc. But then also we have included it. When I say this municipality solid waste, what is the remedy? So it can be burnt. Let's say it is burnt. But burning of waste is a solution. Is a solution. But it is leaving the unburnt left portion. Right? Burning of waste leaves, right? It generally keeps incomplete burnt, keep incomplete burnt parts, right, or incomplete burnt parts. So students, when it is not completely burned, this act as breeding grounds for rat and flies, right. So see, when there is an unburned part, definitely there will be breeding ground of rat and flies. This can also cause various diseases. So students, when we talk about this is not a proper solution, that burning of the waste. So next option was thought, that sanitary landfills, okay. Sanitary landfills is a better option, where there is a deep pit deep pit where waste is disposed. Waste is disposed. Now students, this is also not a proper solution. Reason, for example, a deep pit has been formed in a metro city, but the waste which is generated in the metro city is greater than the pits. After few days or few months, these pits get filled, and there is a and what we can say, that is a chance that heavy chemicals or dangerous chemicals can seep it and get mixed with the groundwater, right? So we can say over here, toxic chemicals may get seepage, right, and mix with groundwater. So this is also a chance. So this is not a proper solution. So ultimately what can be done? So for this we can say human being needs to get more sensitive towards the waste. That is the only option for bringing this all things under control, right? That is solid waste. We need to be more sensitive. So if we think about that, what we need to take care? In that case, we need to see that the waste is divided into three parts, right? Okay. So municipality waste should get divided into three parts. Which three parts? Let's see. First is biodegradable matter. Okay. First one is biodegradable matter. Second one is recyclable waste. And the last one is non-biodegradable. Right? See, now we need to separate it. Like a rag picker, when picks the substances, he separates it. Whoever is a rag picker, he efficiently separates these things because he knows we also need to get more sensitive so that we can separate these three things. Now, when there is a biodegradable waste, right, this is disposed in ground and left to degrade. So this will get mixed with the soil, right? Okay. Recyclable things will be recycled, and now there is only one left. This will be recycled, right? Okay. So this get recycled, and the only one which is left is non-biodegradable. Only this needs to get disposed. Only this needs to get disposed. Students, see, you remember this. This is the only solution, right? Okay. Whenever you go into the market, right, to buy anything, have you seen a biscuit packet or any food item without a polythene bag? There is no single thing which without the polythene bag, right? So plastic use is getting increased, but we can also control that. Certain things, right, filled packed with the plastic bag is somewhat more costly. We buy it, but what we contribute to the environment? We contribute pollution. That is not good. So in this case, we should carry the cloth bag or anything which reduces the pollution, and it also solve our problem. Okay, so this was about the plastic waste. There is a case study of the plastic waste solution. We will discuss it later. First of all, we will think about the hospital generated waste. Hospital generated waste, right? This includes many things. First of all, disinfectant, then certain chemicals of the hospital, right? Also pathogenic microorganism, This hospital generated waste includes disinfectants, right? Then next one is, that is, chemicals and pathogenic microorganism. Now this cannot be disposed anywhere as it contains pathogenic microorganism which can cause disease. So there should be use of incinerators to incinerate, right? Okay, so this is a remedy for hospital generated waste. Okay students, so this is about the things. Now we will discuss about the e-waste and then case study. Okay, now let us talk about the e-waste, right? So what is e-waste? Electronic waste. E refers to electronic. So electronic waste are generated from computers and electronic goods, right? These are also referred as e-wastes. These are generated, you are knowing that daily a new model or new variety of electronic goods are launched. So what happens to the previous ones? Generally people throw the previous or very old versions of the computers and other electronic items. So electronic waste are generated from computers and other electronic goods, right? Now what can be done? So majority of some there can be two options, right? For this majority can be either that can be buried, right? We can bury it or incinerated, right? It can be incinerated. Okay, now this can be a solution, but what happens? See, developed countries produce more amount of e-waste. Developed countries, these developed countries export the half of e-waste that is imported mainly, right? Half of e-waste to developing countries like China, India and Pakistan. Okay, so Pakistan and India and China are mainly developing countries. They import such kind of e-waste, right? Now what is the main effect of importing? What will be the use? Let's say it is used to extract metals, right? Okay, metals like gold, nickel, iron, right? Such type of uh, precious or expensive metals are extracted, right? Okay, so we can say gold, nickel, iron, copper, silicon, these all are expensive metal. Copper, silicon, such type of metals are extracted. Now friends, see, if you think this process is taking place in developed countries, then there will be specialized instruments. So there will be moreover there will be less amount of manual participation, means people will not participate. This will be done by a mechanical process by the use of machines. But in these countries, specialized machines are not there, not up to higher extent. So this involves manual participation in these countries, right? Manual participation in these countries. Okay, now this exposes to harmful chemicals. This expose people or workers to harmful substances, right? So definitely it is going to affect the workers. So what can be done? Recycling is only solution. Remember this. Recycling is only solution of e-waste, but it should be done in eco-friendly manner, environment friendly manner. Okay, so this was all about the e-waste. Now we will see the case study for remedy of plastic waste. Students, now see, it is a very inspiring one story, real story, which has changed the entire scenario of plastic waste. We are going to discuss about it. A person named Ahmad Khan, person named Ahmad Khan, who is 57 years old, right? Who himself was a plastic sack manufacturer, right? He used to manufacture the plastic sack. He was plastic sack manufacturer from 20 years. Plastic sack manufacturer, right? From 20 years, right? Now this was the first thing. Before 8 years, right? Okay, in previous 8 years he realized about the plastic waste problem, right? About 8 years ago he realized that plastic waste is real problem. Waste is real problem. Now what he did, he started to collect the plastic waste, right? Okay, he recycled plastic waste and converted it into fine powder. What he did, he first collected from the rag pickers and those who are collecting the plastic. He collected it, right? Plastic thin films of each and every category. He used to collect it. He converted it into fine powder, which was referred as polyblend. This was referred as polyblend. What he did, he mixed with bitumen. Now what is bitumen? You are already knowing, which is used to lay the roads, right? See, what is the first scenario? He was himself a plastic manufacturer, then later on he started to collect the plastic waste. He converted into the fine powder referred as polyblend and he mixed with the bitumen. Bitumen is used to lay roads, right? With the help of with the help of RV College, right, and Bangalore City Corporation. Bangalore City Corporation. What he did, he started to lay roads. Now these roads were having a high water repellent property than alone bitumen, because what was mixed with it, plastic was mixed, and this produced a better water repellent properties. Now you are knowing that roads get damaged due to the accumulation of water, but this, due to the mixing of the plastic, there was no potholes left, as well as the water repellent property enhanced, right? Okay, so this is the main thing, that water repellent property is getting enhanced, and this water repellent property, right, is getting enhanced. Due to this, the roads were laid up to 40 kilometer, right? So these roads were laid up to 40 kilometers, right? So a road or bitumen was laid for 40 kilometers. Okay students, so this is the thing. Three first one was Ahmed Khan, next one was RG College of Engineering, right, and Bangalore City Corporation. Road laid for 40 kilometers. These roads were having high water repellent properties. Now as water repellent properties increases, definitely we can say road life also, life of road increases. And how much water repellent property increase? To the factor of 3. Factor of 3 means it increased 3 times, right? So life of the road increased, costing decreased. It was less expensive than alone bitumen. Why? Because plastic waste is collected at a very low rate. Initially, rag keepers, right, rag collectors or plastic waste collectors were getting plastic waste collection people used to get 0.40 paise for the plastic waste, but the same amount was given to same amount paise per kg it is, right? So same thing was given by Ahmed Khan. Ahmed Khan was collecting after that. Initially this was the price, but when Ahmed Khan started, he used to give 6 rupees per kg, right? 6 rupees per kg was given. So replicals were also benefited. This is a very inspiring one. So he also realized that the waste which is produced by plastic is a real problem. The solution was this. Now he is this at this speed when the roads are laid, right? He will be also lacking the source of plastic waste, right? Because this is a very good option. Thank you.